Kane! That's right. On this week's edition of Kane! What we got here today is a 52-inch Casablanca Delta in bright brass. Yes, it is a Delta fan, not a Zephyr. Because this is a Slumber 3 factory model. Whereas a Zephyr 3 would be Slumber 3, which uses leftover parts that Casablanca had lying around. It uses a 140 by 25mm Astrosyn K55 motor, 4-blade only rubber flywheel, 3-speed pullchain operated off by 3 capacitors in the PC board, albeit that it has a separate 5UF and 12UF capacitor values for each speed, meaning that it has an arcless pullchain that has each terminal operated by itself, and it's electrically reversible. So, how did I even get this? So, it was Friday morning when I woke up, and I was going on Marketplace to see something cool, see something uncommon or rare, hoping I don't get a Panama or a Delta 2, because those are so common. Like, I usually stay away from Panamas and Delta 2s and common finishes, but when it comes to something rare, I knew how to get it. And on my Marketplace, a bright brass Delta showed up. So I immediately messaged the seller right away. The seller said, and if nobody comes before Monday, they'll let me know. And yeah, I arranged to pick this up on Monday. So, this is also the last fan of the year. I should mention that. I should have mentioned this earlier. So, on Monday, I asked the seller if 2 or 3 p.m. will work for the seller, and 3 p.m. worked. So, yeah, I went to the seller's house at 3 p.m. And obviously, typical sellers, they always have the blades assembled with the fan taken down, which is obviously not a good idea. So I took the blades off. I brought a flat and filled Fed screwdriver. That's what I've been doing more recently. I mean, yeah, what else would you expect? So, it was only $40 that I paid for. I mean, yeah, pretty good find, especially with the cane blades that you see here. It has B15C Walnut with cane blades. The blade arms are pitched at 14 degrees. These are the same blade arms you see on a Zephyr fan. Albeit, at that time, they were like an overlap, I feel like. I think there was an overlap. That in 1983 and 1984, the Delta either would have a Zephyr or a Delta blade arms, like Panama, other way around. So, yeah, pretty much. And since I don't have any cane blade fans, so this is the first time I get a cane blade set. Yay! You can also see it came 100% complete. Crossbar has the recalled hang true, but I have recall clips lying around, so that shouldn't be a problem for me, obviously. So yeah, let's take a look. So, inside the motor, you can see it's Astrosyn. The bearings are crap. It is indeed crap. Typical for Samsung and Astrosyn motors. Now, being a 1984 Casablanca fan, obviously, if you look here, the serial number, This fan was manufactured on April 30th, 1984. Was the 570th fan made on that day. And the model number is 10222. 2 indicating bright brass, and then 10 indicating the Delta fan. Zephyr would actually have 1, not 10. There's Delta. In USA. Has a 3-speed pull fob, so that came with a nice pull chain extension. Reverse switch. Now, it's in fair condition. I mean, the brass had faded out over the years. This fan was caked in grease. It was so dirty. It was like caked in grease so badly. But I want to show you something really cool. It has a spiral down rod. Yes, this was the best part about it. I don't have any spiral down rods, so this is the first time I could get a Casablanca fan with a spiral down rod. And the lead wires were never cut when you installed it. Past. Yeah. Okay. And you know what's all the fun stuff about is in the switch housing. The start value is actually 12 UF. Yes, 12 UF. So, most, if not all, K55 and XLP fans will usually have a 10 UF capacitor as its start. The XLP 2000 to be specific. But, however, under one exception would be the Samsung K55s, which have a 9 UF as its start value. The XLP 2100s will have 11 UF as the start value, and I believe the XLP Plus also had a 12 UF as its start value. But not Samsung, but Astrosyn, on the other hand, actually has a 12 UF capacitor as the start value. So no wonder why some collectors say that the Astrosyn performs better than the Emerson. And yeah, no wonder why some people say that some Astrosyn motors will whip, and some of them won't whip, not exceeding the K55. So yeah, this is actually quite interesting. Alright, so now we go to the cane set. So this has really nice cane blades. They are real cane, not fake, woefully cheap plastic cane like the ones they had when they moved to when they had the road cane, I think that was the time. So it has cane blades, reversible to plain walnut. And the problem with one of the canes is that one of them actually is like popping out a bit. As you see here. Let's get this out of the way. You see? That's the problem. I don't want to recane it, but I could just reglue it. But, yeah. And you can see the crossbar, the hand screw. So yeah, I'm really happy with this acquisition. This is my first cane-bladed Casablanca fan. So, I'm really excited about it. And this is the closest childhood Casablanca fan I saw in the past, but that was an antique white a long time ago. And to be clear, that antiquated Casablanca fan that looks closely like this was not for sale when I went to the house that they had for a garage sale. Yeah. Anyways, this is all I have for you. So that's all I have for you today. It is a 52-inch Casablanca Delta in bright brass from April 30th, 1984. Was the 570th fan made on that day. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And to say goodbye to 2024 and welcome 2025.